All right, let's go. Um, Welcome back to the Outfox channel. Today, I'm gonna try and give more advice to Ferrari. So this post was 6 days ago, and I got really interested by the title because it's something that other people have been struggling with in my surroundings. I'd say, and the people that I know in the RRL. Yeah, so I'm gonna read it. I haven't read it yet, and hopefully I'm gonna come up with things that might help this person. I think this is a girl, 22-year-old female. Yes, um, worrying about being the second choice. So let's see how it goes. Oh, sorry about that. Let's see how it goes, and let's see if we can try and help her out. All right. I just started dating my boyfriend recently. We were in a situationship and friends for almost 2 years. He told me he wasn't ready for a relationship, and I stayed because I wasn't sure about one either. I eventually told him I was ready for more, and after many breakups, okay, from both of us that never stuck, he officially ended it on a random day after a year. For a few months after, we still dipped in and out of each other's lives. I found out that he was talking with an other girl very briefly right after he ended it with me, but it didn't go further because she ghosted him and he was sad about it. It really hurt me, but we remained somewhat friends until we got back together a few months later. When expressing my sadness, he told me that she was just a rebound from me because he was hurt over us ending. Okay. Yesterday, I found out through old texts with his friends from that year last year, okay, that he really liked this other girl and was going to ask her out, but she got into a relationship, which also why he officially ended it with me because we were rocky and he said he didn't feel the instant want to be in a relationship feeling with me, but still really cared about me and liked me. Yes, we were rocky in the beginning. Yes, it was in the past. Yes, people can grow and change, but I feel hurt like a second option. Am I valid being hurt? Okay, I'm sorry for this. I'm sorry for this choppy ass reading. um. Yeah. Sorry about that. But let's get right on to the advices. Okay. So I mean, on the first note, I'm a little bit more worried about the previous breakups and coming back to each other. So maybe if you could, look at the reasons why you guys broke up and got back together. I don't really think there's ever good reasons to do this. I definitely wouldn't do that, and I wouldn't advise someone to go back with a person that they've been breaking up and going back with multiple times. There's also this like these are signs that you're not ready to commit and that the person in front of you is not ready to commit. These things have to be discussed. That can never happen again. This is not normal. Someone can't threaten to leave you as like a or have like them leaving as like a relationship tactic. Like this is not a technique. This is not a tactic. This is just stepping away from your responsibility for a little bit to see how not being responsible feels like, and eventually go back to your responsibility if you don't like the new thing. And I don't think we should allow ourselves to have this amount of leeway. Again, we're playing with our feelings. This is not a video game where you can just place replay. It's not a book. It's not your university course that you can pause for 2 years and then come back to. Like, you're making someone wait. You're making yourself wait. You're putting yourself on a thin line where you could hurt the potential person that you're going to meet whilst you're in a breakup or in a pause with the other person you're talking to, or yourself if that person that you're on a pause with or one of the breakups with finds someone else. And this is our situation right now. And so you learn that he actually really, really liked this girl. So when you say we were rocky, what do you mean by that? Do you mean that you guys weren't spending time together? Do you mean that you were nagging him or complaining? Was he complaining and nagging you? That also depends, like what happened. And depending on that, you can also ask him. I know you're hurt and you probably don't want to have this conversation, but if you do want to stay with this man for longer, you need to ask him why he liked that girl so much. You have to know why. And you have to readjust yourself depending on his answers. If it's something you can literally physically do, as in if he says something like, I like that, okay, and I'm talking from the point of view of you want to stay with that guy. Yeah, this is not something you have to do. If you want to stay with him, I think ask him what he liked about her, and if it's something that you can reproduce, like I don't know, she likes hiking or something, or she talks about his feelings in a manner that like you didn't know, or that you don't like talking, in that way. She likes specific movies or she likes specific musics. If it's something you can put into your own, person, I would advise you to do it if you want to stay with that man. Now, I understand that this is something that you're not really gonna like that, especially if he does have a very specific answer to that. But I think that you still have a chance of keeping him if it's something to do with the personality. Wait, all right. Um, if it's a physical aspect though, uh, I would advise to not go forward with that person. Um, and I'm not saying that like, uh, obviously you can't replicate what someone looks like physically. Actually, you can, but you don't want to. You never want to do that. You like if she's blonde and he's like, oh, I like blondes, and then you dye your hair blonde. That's stupid, and also that shows you that like the way he likes people is extremely superficial, actually. And you also wouldn't want to do that because she's just the first one in a long line of people that are gonna, probably look better than you at some point. I mean, we don't look good every day. People look better than you every single day. There's always someone that looks better than you. That's not an excuse to want to be in a relationship with them more than somebody else. And if it is an excuse for him, it's very superficial. Get out of here, like right now. Okay. Um, and in terms of being the second choice, you, I this is something I don't really like because it feels like the guy had a choice when he didn't. You know what I mean? Second option, sure. You mean more like backup option, but at the same time is the first option is non-existent. Like this girl did not like him. That's why he's not with her. And so I don't understand how she was ever an option. At least I guess in his head she was an option, but is that the only thing that matters to you? Do you only care about her being an option in his head? Um, and so, how would you ever know that you're the first option of anyone? Does that make you the second option if he liked someone 3 years before you? Or you only care that he liked both of you at the same time and that he really liked her, but he seems to be really liking you too, right? Because you guys broke up multiple times and you guys went back together. So, like, from my point of view, he seems like he likes you more than that girl. So, I don't know if it's a problem from him that you feel hurt or if it's a problem from you. I don't know. This like the second option thing is something I really don't relate to at all. If like a girl was like, yeah, I like both of you guys, but I like this one more. Generally speaking, I would never go out with her. But if I would though go out with her, and which is what you're doing right now, I don't think that I would have this perspective of I'm the second option. I'm just the final option. That's more the way I see it. I'm like I was the one that was finally chose, or chose in the final decision. And I completely understand it's really not a comfortable situation to be in. Um, but at the same time, if this is what you're gonna do, and you're hurt, and yes, by the way, the question at the end is it valid for you to be hurt? Yes, and not only because of that last thing that happened, but it's also because of the entire context of your relationship. It's really not nice to be in the middle with someone, not knowing where they're at, always being scared of them leaving you. So I would say to you, to give you a solid conclusion, right? Make sure you know the exact details of his intentions with this girl. Why did you like her? Did you like her more than me? And also, if he says I don't know, that's a valid answer. If he's like I don't know why I liked her more, I don't know if I liked her more than you. This you need to take this in. I don't think he's lying. Even if he is lying, you shouldn't go full on investigator on people. If he says something, trust him. And if he did lie in the end, that's his fucking problem. Just make sure you're honest on your side. You want to be with him, and then you're gonna ask him these questions to have clarifications in your head so that you know where you're going. Also, if you're hurt by the answers that he gives, that's also valid. If you want to drop, the next step of what's happening in the relationship, please do it so that we can see where this is going. Um, I would also suggest to go see a therapist, because maybe the reason why you're hurt, because I don't know the entire context of your relationship, but maybe the reason why you're hurt is because there's something that happened to you in the past. Maybe you're scared of being left alone. Maybe you think that you're less deserving of love or something. That would be the things that would make you feel jealous of being the second option, or feel jealous of him liking another girl. Maybe not in the same way that he likes you, which is definitely the case, because nobody likes people for the same reasons, obviously. So we like each other in different ways. So that's completely valid. Um, and I'm looking at this sentence. He said he didn't feel like he an instant want to be in a relationship feeling with me. I have a question for you. Did you feel an instant want to be in a relationship feeling with him? And if yes, what does that mean to you? And once you've answered that question, ask him if that's also how he feels and what that means to him too. Um, and if that's how he felt with that other girl, which is, I feel like that's what we're implying here. Uh, so yeah, I think you're in a complicated situation. I do think you can get out of here though. Get out of here meaning be with him and happy, or just be by yourself. I think, like, generally speaking, if I was you, I would probably not go on with this relationship. But then again, I don't know how you feel about that guy, and if you really do love him, I would suggest that you fight for it, and that you you make sure that you have all the weapons on your side, so that you can first help your partner, and also trying to understand him, and maybe try to understand yourself in the process as well, so that you can live with, what happened with this other girl in a better manner. But on that note, I will let you timber and think on that for a little bit, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. I hope that helped. And I hope that helped other people who may be in a similar situation. If you guys would like to talk about this live, you can always come to my stream. I'll be streaming maybe this week, like 3 or 4 times. So I'll let you know, guys. And bye bye. See you later.